Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is an open with me, and it feels like a long time since I have done an open with me, but here we are, and this is the latest Crochet Now. I did get a message from the publishers saying sorry, it's going to be a bit delayed, so it didn't matter massively to me because I've been away for a little while. So I'm now back and I have this bad boy waiting for me. So then, while I'm struggling to get into it and get all these contents out, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when new goodies pop up. Okay, so the back page is just my address. We'll get rid of that. And we have quite a few gifts. Oh, we got gifts. So we've got the magazine, and we'll go into that in a second. We've got Christmas crochet Toft. So from Toft, they've given us 12 crochet festive patterns. We'll put that aside. And we have the Good Witch. Is that Glinda, the Good Witch? If it's from the Wizard of Oz. But we got the Good Witch, your wickedly adorable 4-in-1 yarn kit. So it has, used to be everything you need to make what was inside, but in recent times they have stopped putting in the padding. So I don't know that you got the hook in there either. What does it say? Anything? No, it doesn't. So there is a little amigurumi kit in here for this Good Witch, and a wand and a fabulous hair. Okay, fabulous hair. Let's put that aside. We'll come to those gifts at the end, but first off, we'll move it out of the way. It's very windy. If you can hear roaring, I do apologise. As soon as we got back from our trip, it was bitterly cold. We've had storms, and now we've got this raging wind, so you probably will hear it. Anyway, so let's see. We have Get Christmas Party Ready with Happy Berry. Stash Busting Squares. I made this one on my Year of Granny Squares. Well, I've made that one many a time, but you know, let's just say that's one I've done already. 66 Merry and Bright Patterns. So if you haven't found it already, I'm doing the Year of Granny Squares, and at the moment, the beginning was slightly different, but now I'm doing the left-handed and right-handed tutorials on the same video. In the beginning, they were separate, but they're both there. And there's a timestamp in the description box, but all of my tutorials now come left and right on the one video. Unless it's a compilation video, then they will be left-handed or they will be right-handed compilations. Okay, so we've got a festive stocking of Shaun the Sheep. Get ready for Christmas. Makes under £15. Great gift ideas. Expert tips inside. 3 on-trend blankets. An adorable amigurumi, and I can identify that. It's a penguin. We've got a chevron sweater. We've got joyful ideas. So we've got some kind of pixie gnomes or whatever they are. I'm not very good at identifying amigurumis. If you've been with me a while, you'll know this. And we've got some cozy accessories. So let's get in and have a little look. We'll skip to the good stuff. We'll get rid of the hellos and the adverts and the contents. So here's one of those blankets that they mentioned. We've got a Santa, a bag, another blanket, and what looks like maybe a shawl or a wrap, not sure. Big old advert there. What's new? Find out the latest news from the crochet community. So this is centered around Rico and Rikarumi. If you're into your amigurumis, you'll know all about that. We've got a free download, Hooked on Christmas, at craftworld.com. Now, I don't know what hoops you'll have to jump through when you go to craftworld.com, but they are there to sell your stuff. So, you know, just be aware of that. So we've got Glow with Firefly, Aaron, and I've been trying to get hold of this, but they've been out of stock at King Cole for quite some time. I'll have another look. Shaun the Sheep, Woolly Celebration. So that's a blanket by West Yorkshire Spinners. Follow Your Passion up here at Instagram. And we've got a new release from jarbon.com. Some hand-dyed, I guess. And I'm fed up with seeing him around. I'm sorry, but I'm just too fed up with Tom Daly to give him any more airtime. Moving on then, show us your makes. So, yeah, this is where readers send in pictures of what they've made, and it's sponsored by Signet. Okay, and this is an advert. We'll move on. The Bubble Beanie. Learn the clever bubble stitch to create a quick and cosy hat. So it reminds me of a stitch that I did a little while ago, but it was a bigger, much bigger one than this. I did it just to sort of see if I could and have a look at it. Honeycomb? No, I can't remember what it's called. But it was a bubble stitch, but it was huge. Anyway, if you like the look of this beanie, there's how to do it and different ways to size it. This is called the Festive Glow blanket. So we've got stars, we've got trees. Don't know, can't see it pulled out. I have no idea what that is. Could be a Christmas pudding for all I know. And that one at the top there, no, I can't. I think might be a flower. Not sure unless we see it. Aha, there we go. So that, still none the wiser really. A bauble. Ah, there you go. Doesn't look like a bauble. Star, snowflake, and obviously the other one was a tree. Just had the water company go by and slow down as they passed my house. So I'm hoping they're not coming back. And I hope it doesn't mean we're going to have no water for a while. So if I have to pause it, I will. So this is Christmas Jumper Day. Join the stars and don your wackiest woolies for this year's Christmas Jumper Day. But they're all knitted, so why are we even looking at it, really? Don't know. This is gorgeous. This is a Christmas stocking of Sean the Sheep. I know a son of mine who would love this, even though he's not little anymore. Sean the Sheep, he would absolutely love it. So that's made with Stylecraft DK as well, so nice and inexpensive, by Zoe Poptrack. And there's all the info on how to do this. So the big bag is made up of normal grannies and the Christmas tree one. This is by Natasha Emerson, but she didn't invent any of those because they've been around for a very long time. And as I said, quite some time ago now, I did the Christmas tree square myself. So, you know, it's just made with colour work basically. But a clever idea to put it together in a bag if you want. And there's how to assemble it. This is the advert for the Horizon Chunky, which I have just got in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. If you've not seen it, well, it's beautiful. It really is. And it's the gradient yarn. It is 80% premium acrylic and 20% wool. And obviously they do have patterns on the reverse of them. I'm not sure if this is one of them or not because it doesn't really say. But scan here for all our latest patterns, but they will be chargeable. Okay, so this is the Pudding Party Cushion by Eve Torbit. So it's just a cushion with sewn on puddings, really. So nice and easy. If you subscribe, you will get free a Crochet Society box. They keep doing that. Excuse me. Yeah, so there's all those other things you'll get as well. You've got a little tank top, which they've paired with a t-shirt to not make it summery. And that is Lauren Willis, and it goes from an extra small to a 5XL. So lots and lots of different sizes. And if you want, you can put a frill on it, as she has there. Frilling the tank top. But it is row after row of the same stitch, so not hard. And we have a tree skirt. So I was toying with the idea of making a tree skirt, but this is just striped. Anyway, it's got a little bit of decal decoration that you won't see under the tree, so I don't know why we bother. It's Nicole Simpson. You don't see that part. It's hidden by your tree. But there you go. That's it. The Christmas countdown has begun, but it's an advent calendar that they're doing at $84.99, which is rather a lot of money. Contents are meant to be worth £150. But I would love someone to show it and show the contents so that we could see that, because that's a big investment. It's a big purchase, a considered purchase, really, when you're dealing with crochet. And these items, the balls of yarn are not going to be big in there. So all this stuff that they're showing you, you know, I don't know that you'll make all of that. You might make one of them, perhaps. Don't know. But they're doing pre-orders, and it's at crossock.co.uk/Advent25 if you wanted to. Alternatively, I have many a mystery box, many different Christmas Santa sacks, and for all pockets, from cheap ones up to sort of nicely expensive ones, and an Advent hobbyrocks.co.uk, and they are nowhere near this price. Let's move on. So this looks like the Fairyland yarn that they're showing you there, identical to it. Crochet notebook. This is Happy Berry just doing some little bits and pieces. What I can't understand is when it was the same with Bella Coco when she was in this magazine, and Happy Berry's now in this magazine. Happy Berry is doing things that are larger than than Bella Coco used to, but it's always something quite tiny, like a little thing. And, I don't understand that really. Why do they not ask them to do bigger things? Don't know. Heather C. Gibbs, maybe they do ask them, not sure. But she's done these, they're elves. There you go. That's the only word I didn't call them. I called them pixies, I called them gnomes, but they're elves. There we go. Santa's Little Helpers. Okay, and there they are from the rear. Other magazines you can get. Yep, this is what? Elizabeth Garcia Calca. A Wildwoods, the light was shining on it for me in a weird way. Wildwoods wrap. So it's a wrap, but it's got 2 points. So it's done as a big rectangle, but with pointed ends. So that's unusual. That's different. Quite like it. Forest Sunrise Blanket. This is done by the Red Heart team. Lots of trees, but all different pastel shades. Just need a bit of tea. Hold on a second. I brought a drink in. It goes on a lot of pages. There's a chart. So I quite like this jumper, but I don't like the sleeves much, although they are 3/4 length, so the fact that they're baggy is not so bad for me. If they were down here, it would drive me to distraction. But the fact that they are 3/4 length makes that bearable for me. There's the schematic. Makes me laugh with that word, because I always think of buildings for schematics. Anyway, or machines. Anyway, this is meant to be intermediate. I don't see why. Beginners can do the chevron quite easy, and as you can see, there's very little shaping. It's an extra small up to a 5XL, and I reckon a beginner could tackle that no problem at all. That's Lauren Willis's design, and you see it's just a chevron. So what is difficult? Okay, Sarah Jane Hicks. These are the Good Witch, rather. And this is the pattern for the amigurumi that I showed you earlier. I will probably give that away with the pattern. I usually do. Okay, so this is available from Reedy Cut. Super durable 100% acrylic worsted weight yarn with no dye lots. No dye lots. It's a Red Heart Super Saver. Okay, Victoria Caris has made tree hangers. Baubles. Well, this one looks like a donut with bits stuck on it. It's a wreath. Wreath? It's not exactly a wreath if you hang it from a tree, surely. Oh well. Let's move on. Advert again for Crochet Society. They really are pushing it on us. And the book club. We've got Crochet Amigurumi for the Holidays by Bianca Santos at £19.95. So already the book is a good portion higher in cost than the books we've seen in recent magazines. Is that just because it's Christmas? I wonder. We've got a penguin. A penguin. It's called Pepper. Pepper the Penguin by Bianca Santos. So whether that is going to be in that book is a good possibility. This pattern was originally published in US terms, but we've converted it to UK terms for you. Don't know why they had to say that, because maybe just wanted the kudos for it. But that means if you buy the book, then it's probably going to be in US terms. So that's glad that I've seen that and told you. This is an advert for Breen, and I do have that colour in my shop, funnily enough. It's beautiful yarn. I haven't really ordered any more of it yet, but maybe I will, because it is nice. This is Gemma Williams' Santa. He's a disco Santa. I don't know why. Maybe it's the stars in his eyes. Maybe it's the stars on his hat and his clothes, but he's disco Santa. You'll find this groovy Santa rocking around the Christmas tree all night long. He's got a weeble bottom. So, you know, if you could fill him with beans and make him into a doorstop if you wanted. A Christmas festive doorstop. Festive finds, so this is just stuff they've found, really. So, won't dwell on that too much. Advert page. Very busy kind of crochet along. This is part 7, and it's Rosina Plains. For me, it's very busy. I'm not really keen on busy like that. Very pretty, very, you know, nice, but it would kind of play with my eyes a little bit. Jar my head, don't really. So now we're at the end. We've got the obligatory standard abbreviations and stuff. And in the next issue, we've got Snow Day Yarn Tidy Set. What's that then? What's a yarn tidy set? A little pocket book of granny squares. 10 tools for you. So we've got mostly looking like stitch markers. Anyway, they're free, can't be sniffed at. We've got a pullover with very baggy long sleeves. We've got a hottie water bottle cover and a scarf that matches that jumper. So I don't know if the jumper's there, but the scarf will be. And we've got Arctic amigurumis. Heather C. Gibbs, we're going to have a little blurb about her. She does a lot of the amigurumis. And this is the new Katona Shine by Sheepies. Not seen that yarn. That's just a red heart advert. We'll move that over there. And here we've got the Wicked Witch. So, no, sorry, the Good Witch. But it's Wickedly Adorable. Good Witch, sorry. I've got messed up there. Never mind. Christmas Crochet by Toft. Okay. Luxury accessories, homewares, toys and more from the experts. Must have ideas, gift ideas even, you'll love to crochet. So we got straight away a hexagon Christmas stocking. We have had square stockings, now we've got hexagon. We've got Kerry's journal. What we got? Contents, working with beads, shimmering hat, beaded snowflake, jolly stockings, glistening poinsettia, beaded Santa hat, Christmas gift guide, glinting shawl, retro bauble, starlight decoration, jolly holly, snowy tree, mini mistletoe and beaded candy cane. Now, the word poinsettia has reminded me that I have unlocked the mysteries of the poinsettia square that I did a long while ago, and I never did the tutorial for it, and I will be doing that imminently, so watch out for that. If you're interested in doing that, it will be part of my year of granny squares. Sorry, I'm going to pause it a second because my voice is cracking under the strain. Hold on a moment. That's better. Had a cup of tea. So working with beads, and it's going to show you how the best way is to work with beads. So if you want to do that on YouTube, I'm sure there's tons of videos that will show you. But we've got a beaded beanie. Can you imagine a bearded beanie? All the rage. Excuse me, I'm having a trouble here. Beaded snowflake. So yeah, if you didn't want to put the beads in, you could just make the snowflake, but yeah. And we've got a jolly stocking made with hexagons and half hexagons. And we've got the glistening poinsettia, so it's an amigurumi one. Nothing like mine will be, I might add, because mine will be a square. Beaded Santa hat. I think this is a decoration. Yeah, it is, that you put it on your tree. And there we go. So it's how to make this little beady hat. Christmas wish list. So just a little bit of stuff, and things. We've got the glinting shawl. And we have... Ooh, it's not really a shawl, is it? I'd expect it to be this long for a shawl. This reminds me There's something I've got on my channel called my shallow point shawl, and it is where the point just comes here, so you can make it into a scarf. And I've got that nice and easy version on my channel already. This is Glow Retro Bauble. Okay, so what are they doing? Are they putting on little beads? It doesn't say. These show-stopping bulb-shaped baubles are sure to catch the twinkling lights on your tree. Yeah, but why? What have you put on them? I can't really see. Stitch markers, wool needle, toy stuffing, glass beads. There we go. They're beading. A lot of beading going on this one. Excuse me. Starlight decoration. It looks more like looks more like the shape of a house, a five-sided thing. Why is that starlight? Because I guess it does look like a star in the middle, maybe. Yeah, stretching a point. Not really seeing that. This is the Jolly Holly. Again, we've got these beads that we're putting in this kind of shape. Looks a bit like a scary a scary holly creature. Perfect for that tradition period between Christmas and Halloween. I don't know. This is the Toft yarn. They're trying to plug that to sell you. We've got a Christmas tree again with beads. It's snowy. We've got crusty snowy ones or sequins. Let's see. Glass beads, yeah. So again, beaded. Oh, if you want a beady Christmas, this is the one for you. So this one is another scary mistletoe. A mistletoe creature. We've had the holly creature. We've now got mistletoe creature. Very strange. I don't know what to think of it, guys. I really don't. And we've got a beaded candy cane. A beaded candy cane again with the glass beads. Understanding your pattern, everything you need to know to enjoy your Toft patterns. And that's that. And here's all the bits with all the beads. What do you think, guys? Are you impressed? Do you like it? Do you want everything beady? Do you want to just not have your beady eyes on everything? I don't know. Some of those designs boggle my mind a tad. Thinking of those odd creatures. The water company are in my neighbour's house. They're digging up his garden. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, guys. They might come here. Anyway, that's all done. What do you think of Crochet Now? This kind of festive-ish issue. I mean, I don't know, is this November's? It's $11.99 this, you know. I didn't pay that, obviously, because I have a subscription so that I can bring these to you. But it does say there, $11.99 UK price. When you consider they're usually $8.99, $9.99, these are not necessarily then free gifts, are they? They're a little bit over the top. You're paying for a bundle, really. But what do you think? Do you think? I think that's quite overpriced, to be honest with you. The newer magazine's $4.99 and there's no frills, but you still get the odd advert. But you know, I don't know. We're paying all that money to have them advertise the Crochet Society every kind of few pages, and I don't know. I'm not particularly impressed by that, but there's some good patterns in here. I like this. I like this one. There's been a few good bits and bobs in there. Maybe a couple of beading tutorials on there would have been nice, but to have them all beady, I'm really not sure about that one. The actual characters for holly and mistletoe, I don't know quite what to think about them, you know. They're weird is all I'm willing to go on that one. So let me know in the description, the comment section, what you think. Let me know, and in the description box you'll find a link to my shop, a voucher code. You'll find links to other bits and pieces, some of my tutorials and stuff. So give that a look. And as I said before, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.